Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Smart Money Concept Market Overview with Ben and Roman. I'm Ben. Roman's the other guy on this channel. Hi, Roman. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm still buzzing from the amazing result I had yesterday on the backtesting session. The whopping 3.5%.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it's just I got so used to like 13 plus or 15 plus, and then last week 25, and then yesterday 3.5%. But as always, we can see why. Like, we can check the markets and see why, because you chose that specific market and backtesting session because it kind of mimics what the market is doing right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was the reversal point, and
So
every reversal is different,
you're saying
but
that
you still
Bitcoin
can
is going
find
to
the
zero.
clues on each of them.
You're saying that Bitcoin is going to zero. Oh no,
Yeah.
that was me. Bitcoin's not going to zero. No. Maybe 1, but not 0. So before we start with dollar cost index checking, let us know in the chat if you're here. Like, we already saw Soda, the regular. Always pleased to see Soda. But if you're here, let us know. If you want us to chart a market, let us know as well. We'll be able to include the market in this session, and then you can do with it what you want, because we don't give trading advice. We give our insights. All right. So let's get started with the dollar index.
Yeah, like not much happened since the last stream, because usually we just watch the higher time frames like monthly, weekly, and sometimes daily. But so far it's going pretty well, exactly to what we expected after that rate cut news. So we expected this chart to sweep liquidity and then to go up. And that's what we see on the chart. So that's pretty good.
Soda says that he expects 80K, but if he knew that for sure, he wouldn't be here. So yeah, makes sense.
I mean, 80K sounds realistic, but there might be something else before that. So we do not know yet.
Yeah, there's plenty of time to go to 80,000.
Yeah. So yeah, like on the dollar index, there is not much to see. It goes the way that we expected so far. So this is the first major target that we have here on weekly time frame. Yeah, it is. And then there are multiple ways. So either it goes straight up, or we have some correction and then we go up into this monthly fair value gap. So, and then if we have this correction, then it means that everything else will rise, like Bitcoin and crypto as well. But yeah, if it goes straight up, then there'll be no correction.
So October might still happen if it just clears that target.
Yeah, but yeah, you never know. Okay. Yeah, on Euro there is as well.
We got Philip. Glad to see we're live. Well, you can always watch it later. That's fine. If you can't make it now, that's no problem.
Yeah, just need to make sure that you watch it like within the next couple of days.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can catch the next one. That's also fine.
Right. Yeah, so Euro, the same. We had the reaction within the monthly fair value gap, and now we expecting the move down. And it's just a mirror from what can happen on dollar index. So either something like this or the move straight down into this fair value gap. But yeah, so far it's going down pretty well, even though there are no major news events because of the government shutdown in the US. And it means they don't have any metrics to release. And yeah, government doesn't have enough information to provide the new changes. which is weird. I don't know why that happens. I need to research that. But yeah, they probably know something.
They always
It's
do.
not an accident.
They're already trading. And they're already loading up for a direction, either long or short. We don't know, but
yeah.
Are we calling inside traders?
No. Yeah, so on Bitcoin, we've seen this move that I did not expect. I did not expect to see a new high. I really expected to see something like this, sweep of liquidity somewhere here, and then the move down. But yeah, it happened.
But there is another thing that doesn't really have anything to do with the smart money concept, right? But what I said yesterday is about why did it reach this new all-time high in this period? Is that a coincidence?
What do you mean?
Well, if we looked at the previous highs and the time between them.
You mean these or?
No, the chart that you showed me the other day with
Oh yeah. I need to switch to another market. Okay, let's get into conspiracy. Where is that?
Yeah, so that was the bull market of 2015 to 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the bearish move. And then we got the
Yeah, one moment, let me save the templates.
yeah, well, do you need to make a template, or you can just copy it over? Because wouldn't you know?
Right. Yeah, it's just how I used to do it. So
Yeah.
yeah, so there is something interesting on this chart.
Yeah. So if we look at it, we can see that the bullish and bearish are equally long for when they reach their highs and their lows. So if you believe this, then it could be that the high is already in or will be in the next few days. And then we're looking at a year of downward movement. And then another year or two before we reach the new all-time high.
Yeah, it looks interesting. Yeah, the only thing, like I showed you this chart, so there is just one thing that doesn't really align. So there are slight like sweeps here below that skew the results a little.
I think, yeah, but that's also depending a little bit on which market you look at, because it's not on every market.
It might be. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it looks really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy who really believes in these, but yeah, when you see this, when you see the numbers, it's hard to
it's hard to ignore
go against
that.
Yeah.
It's like it's different. Like it's also like people are doing this for when alt season is going to start, right? But they're finding different time periods of what makes sense for alt season to start, because it still hasn't started. And it's also
Yeah.
because I think this period is different. So even though this is like a coincidence, or maybe it is being manipulated, we can't know for sure. But what we do know is that it's now different from when it was back in 22 and 2019 and 18. It is different now. So can we see something like this again? Well, I tell you what I did. I sold a large chunk of my long-term position. So the position that I started, where is my there? So I started buying around here, right? I didn't even know about
Yeah.
this, but I started buying here, this part, and I continued to buy here and here, and then I did some more DCAing here, and then I've started actively selling here. Right, this is where I'm actually closing positions, waiting for that big shift down. So, well, I don't know if it's going to go that low. It might, but yeah, I'm holding on to buy back here. So what I've sold now, I'm going to be holding on to that for here. So I'll have to find something else to do with that cash, but I'm prepared to wait it out and wait for that long swing on Bitcoin for this part of my investment portfolio. Obviously, I still have my trading portfolio, which I will continue to use throughout the period. But my large Bitcoin swing position, where obviously I made the most money in, instead, like I can't trade against with that. It's too time consuming to make this type of move happen. And by trading it here, actually, I outperformed the market a little bit. So I made more profit on this run than purely the price from here to there. And now I'm willing to wait it out and go down. So that's what I did. Like, it can still go up, and I'm still holding a little bit in case it does. And then I can sell, maybe at the 250,000 line, but I doubt that's going to happen. So yeah, that's how I treat this. But obviously, now learning the smart money concept strategy, I will be trading more on the downward move as well, because I now have a shorting strategy. I never really had a shorting strategy until the smart money concept.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to see how far down it might go. So I just pointed here that the first drop was 84%, then we had 77. So yeah, like at least 70 sounds reasonable. But with a lot of Bitcoin domination, I don't know. So we have a lot of new money coming into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So it might not drop that far. But I mean, yes, we've been this liquidity at, what's that, 49,000?
That would be sweet. If we know that, like, if we know what we know today, then being able to buy some more around that level is great, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'd be happy if I could.
Yeah, just set an alert like 1 year after today. And if price is somewhere near these levels.
Actually, I already did that. I already set my alert at the beginning of October next year to say, start buying.
Yeah.
And that alert is set up in Trading, by the way. It's a time alert.
Yeah, so we can see here, and in 2018, the bottom was in 1st of December. Then here it's 1st of November. And yeah, probably 1st of October.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah. So October it is, because after that the price will go up.
Yeah. Also, you can see like the movement of the Bitcoin was very different this time compared to previous cycles.
Yeah, it was more rapid, in the sense that it took out this part quite. Well, actually, no, not really. It actually took out it earlier here. That's way less than here.
Yeah, so here we can see it was like at least 2 years or even more. It was in the accumulation phase. Let's zoom in.
Yeah, so this point is here. So that's similar to this one. I missed that cycle. I was not in crypto yet.
Yeah, so it would be really interesting to see if this plays out.
Yep. All right, back to smart money concept. The conspiracy theory is over.
Yeah, let's check what we have on the domination. This move still can happen if we see the sellout on altcoins. But yeah, it's hard to tell now. Probably it will go down.
There's no shift yet on the month.
Yeah. Yeah, but like this chart is really hard to analyze right now, especially on the monthly time frame.
Yeah.
Because it just went up for 3 years. Because of all these news about the Bitcoin adoption.
Yeah, and the ETFs inflow, of course.
Yeah, this gold chart is crazy.
That's a parabolic move if I've ever seen one. Like, that's just going straight up like that. Yeah. So we're going to see a correction soon. It can't be.
Yeah. What happened in these days was in the 80s.
There was some kind of big recession or something.
I don't know. Is that related to the Cold War or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Cold War recession or something.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, I think we can switch to Altrady. Yeah, Bitcoin is not going to zero just yet.
Just yet. No, Bitcoin's going up.
I'm not sure what this line is. Is that the previous target that we had it here?
Yep. That was one of the targets that we had.
No, it was higher.
I was on a lower time frame, I think. Because the original target was at 135-ish. 130?
Yeah. Yeah, well, doesn't matter. Let's see what we have on the RSI. Yeah, I mean, it's really, again, it's good to see the divergence that we have here, even from here. It's clear bearish divergence on RSI. And this always happens when the Bitcoin is reversing. Was the same here.
Yeah.
And even here on smaller time frames, so this is weekly, but yeah, you had this move and then the divergence here. On daily, it was pretty clear. And I missed it as well. I only noticed it after the drop happened. And like, yeah, it was so obvious that it's bound to happen. And I missed it. I kept buying here. And then I kept buying here.
Just like you've been shorting in the last few weeks. Or is that still a sore spot? Yeah, for those of you who don't know, me and Roman were taking positions, and I was just constantly taking long still. And Roman was like, I'm going to go short here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, was a little blinded by my understanding of the market, but
The bias.
all I need to do
you were
is
biased. That's what it was. So was I. I was biased on the long, but I didn't try to
but
catch the reversal.
all I need to do is just review what happened, analyze the mistakes, and learn what I need to do next time when it happens.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, again, if we switch to weekly, I had a lot of reasons to expect the reversal, right? So we had this inverse fair value gap that we discussed many streams ago. Then we had another fair value gap created here, and then it was tested. And yeah, it was a clear move at least here to this price level. But it didn't happen. I guess there was just not much buying liquidity.
There's going to be another big fair value gap if the price continues to go up on the weekly.
Yeah.
If we end the week above, what is it, 11 or 115?
This one? Yeah.
Yeah. If we stay above that one, then we still have another fair value gap. That could potentially push it higher. I don't know. Could also be the indication of the reversal. If it's going to be an inverse one, if the price is not respected, then
Yeah, so here on the previous cycles, we had fair value gap, then test of the fair value gap, then the slowing down here, and then the reversal. And then another fair value gap was here near the top. It was tested, swap liquidity, and then reverse with a shift. Yeah, imagine the position you can open here, even on a weekly time frame.
yeah, that can be a significant one. Just nice big leverage. Although, yeah, it can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when do you know that big move is going to happen? I don't know. I find it a bit difficult to trade just on the weekly like that with these large swings still, even though the candles, like a candlestick chart is a candlestick chart and the moves are the moves. They just take longer, and the ratios are the same. But I don't know. I just mentally, I'm not prepared to hold something like that as a trading thing. Like as an investment, yes, but as a trading one where I have my stop loss set up, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable. It's too long.
Yeah. For the shorts, it's not that easy. But for the longs, you can easily just buy on spot based on the smart money positions like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, like here, we can find that, yeah, there was the point of interest on monthly, and then on weekly, there was the shift. And on spot, you don't even need the stop loss.
No, yeah, that's. I mean, what I did with Bitcoin at that point is I just kept buying, like layering in. I didn't know exactly when the bottom was. I didn't know about the 52-week cycle. If I had known, I probably would have waited a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and then again, what I showed on the previous stream with Ethereum. So here I had the fair value gap on weekly, and then probably within this one, you had something on daily. Oh, not, yeah, there was no clear entry, except this one, if you would call this one a shift. But anyways, yeah, you could still use smart money for entries on spot easily.
Yeah, with huge upsides. All right, let's have a look at Ethereum then.
Yeah, wait, let's discuss what we expect here. So after this sweep here, well, it's like nothing changed yet. I'm still pretty bearish in
Still
this
a
one.
sweep, yeah.
Even though, yeah, I missed this move to the upside. And yeah, I'm not happy about that. I need to see what actually happened. But yeah, still, I'm pretty bearish. There might be another resweep during this week. So if we go back to that theory or conspiracy about the cycles, so this week must be the week when we have the top.
Yeah.
But it still can go up during this week, so it can go even higher and then reverse. But we don't know how much higher. Also wanted to check the fear and grid index.
There is quite a bit of fair value gaps left over, though. So
yeah, that's actually not what usually happens on Bitcoin. So again, if we go back to previous cycles. You don't see many fair value gaps left like that. So they are here, but not at the end of the move.
Yeah, you get this one there and there.
Well, yeah, you can call it like that.
But it's definitely different. It's not like this long, like it's not like this. It's definitely like this. This was the end part.
Yeah, actually, we can say it's pretty similar to this one. So yeah, we just need to, again, as always, we just need to observe and see what happens within these fair value gaps. So we have this first one. Is that the other one? Yeah, we had another one invalidated already. We have this one that was tested. There's no clear entry on 1 hour.
No, entry's still up here.
Nothing on daily, but there is the 4-hour shift that I mentioned yesterday, I think. I sent a message to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have the 4-hour shift. We have 4-hour fair value gap, and we can start looking for shorts. I actually already opened one short today and already got stopped out. So I opened this one.
Oh. Yeah, but is that on the can you check the Fibonacci range? Because it might not be
Yeah,
be there
it's not
yet.
there, but it was pretty fast. Like it was the second candle after the fair value gap happened. And
yeah, no, it's nowhere.
Sometimes it works.
It'll probably have to go, yeah, it'll probably have to go full fill.
Yeah, so that's something to look for.
I'm especially with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is just a terrible market when I backtested it. So I'm definitely waiting for the premium zone to enter to look for shorts.
Yeah. It would be interesting to find a good range for you to backtest on Bitcoin. Because like usually I prefer to start the sessions at the first day of the month. But it's really hard to find a good month that starts pretty well. So usually the best moves are somewhere in the middle.
Well, luckily with the backtest, you can just quickly move forward if there's nothing to trade. But
yeah, but you never know if there will be something or not. So yeah, you start looking for something and then you just waste an hour without any trades.
You just need to try it.
Yeah, so this is what I'm looking for. I'm waiting for any other short entries in this area. And then there are plenty of targets at the bottom.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fair value gaps.
Yeah.
In this one. Yeah, what I noticed is that these, like, if you apply this Fibonacci as the Dylan range, it very often like price returns to this level, so it works pretty well. And you can apply it on any time frame.
Yeah.
Here it didn't
Nice
happen,
fair
but
value
there
gap,
was
spot
no
on.
structure. Yeah, so even like according to this one, we stretch it to here. So yeah, like 100,000 would be a pretty good target to start with.
Yeah. Although, yeah, if this is the end of the cycle, then I mean, yeah, might be looking for the shorts then. All the way down to 48.
Yeah. Yeah, so here it just went straight down. Well, there was some reaction here, to be honest. So yeah, you can see there was something.
Yeah.
But it was another reason to open another short within this area.
Yeah, I mean, this didn't even get checked out, so if you were long at that point, then you were definitely trading against the trend.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so on Bitcoin, I'm pretty bearish, waiting for shorts. I hope that this time I'm correct, but we'll see. If I'm not, then I'll go back to studying. That's what I need to do. Let's see what we have on Ethereum. Yeah, also, I wonder what will happen to altcoins and everything else. So what we usually had is that Bitcoin had that top, and then it started going down while altcoins went up. But I'm not really sure if this time we'll see that. Looks like there was no clear alt season, as they call it, which is some random altcoins that went up and then went down. Like no clear indication to what happened. Like it's not like we had before when we had one sector that went up heavily, then money moved to another sector.
Yeah, but
Now it's like,
it was more difficult to create those coins in that sector, right? But now anyone can create a meme coin. And the meme coins were the ones that did really well in the period. But yeah, which meme coin? You don't know. And there were just too many. But yeah, all the altcoins that were normally you'd be holding a bag for 4 years and you'd be fine. I'm still holding the same bag and it's still the same level. It's no relief at all.
yeah, some of the altcoins that I purchased in March 2024, they're still like 50% below my entry price.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just closed most of them.
Yeah, I sold my Link position. I had that position in Link and sold that profit, but it's annoying to see that it actually hit the target that I wanted it. But although no, actually not, it didn't. I had my target set to here, to 30.
Yeah.
But I did I did close it here. This point. Is this oh no, it's a week. No, I sold it here actually. Yeah. Yeah. That's where I sold.
Yeah, Link is just one of the few coins that went more or less, like you can say there was some kind of an out season for this coin. But yeah, after what we've seen here, yeah, this was the out season in 2021.
Yeah, and this is dollar, right? This is nothing influenced with Bitcoin. It just didn't reach the all-time high. I mean, the only coin that I'm holding that reached another all-time high. Well, no, that's not true because Ethereum did as well. Did Solana?
Yeah, let me. You want to check Solana?
Yeah, I wonder if that hit an all-time high. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I had it
At the beginning of
year
the year
ago
already.
almost.
Yeah. So yeah, that didn't reach it this year. Binance Coin did. Very happy about Binance Coin.
Yeah, that's a good investment.
I still can't believe that my average entry on Binance Coin is around what, 15, 20, something like that. And I'm still holding on to that stack.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how these formulas really work here. And yeah, this has to be the chart of the Bitcoin against the money supply. But I'm not sure if I'm showing it the correct way. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah. I have no idea what you were trying to do there, but
Yeah, well, what I wanted to show here. So if we had, like here, for example, this top of December 2017. So you remember Bitcoin was around 19,000.
mm-hmm.
But then when it dropped to 28, you can see that it reached the same level that we had here at the top of the 2017. There was 19,000.
Mm-hmm.
But here it was 28 or 29. So it meant that a lot more money had been printed. And if you include the information about the amount of dollars on the market, then yeah, then it retested this high in the previous cycle. Even though on the Bitcoin chart it didn't.
Well, it went far lower actually.
Yeah, then later it went lower. But yeah, here on this chart you can see that it didn't reach it. Okay, so what else do we have? So this didn't happen, right? Not exactly like that, so it didn't test this rejection block.
No.
I think these are like pretty old drawings that I have here. I think I removed most of them some time ago.
Well, a lot of the targets have been hit, right? So
Yeah.
it was a nice run these last few days, weeks actually.
Yeah. Yeah, so here again, you can see we have the daily shift on Solana, which happened after we tested weekly inverse fair value gap. Like it was the fair value gap and then another fair value gap. It's like combined power. And then you have the shift on daily. It already could be a pretty good position, even on daily time frame. Now, after testing this area on 4 hour, there's another shift.
Soda's asking if we ever did a particular analysis on a coin and if we ran that through AI.
Well, I tried to do that with Forex markets, but yeah, the results are pretty different every time. So one time it very much aligns with what I had in mind, but then the next time it just doesn't align at all. So it's hard to rely on AI at this moment.
Why? Just because he disagrees with you?
No, but I mean, yeah, I'm just watching the outcome.
Oh, you mean AI was wrong?
Yeah, I mean, the sources that it uses, I'm not really sure that they are good enough. So what I assume is that if we had some kind of a database with enough metrics, and then we let AI just to dig through these metrics, not the overall market, like overall Google, Twitter, with all the news and I don't know, thoughts of other traders.
Yeah, if it just happens to see like a stream of tweets about Bitcoin going to zero, then it will give you an analysis saying Bitcoin will go to zero.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just the information that it reaches the first. When it's doing the research, it will provide you that, and it's not usually correct.
Yeah, you probably have to give it like chart information and maybe some indicator information if you want to have
Yeah,
it
I
based
actually,
on
yeah,
something.
I did it. Like I sent a lot of screenshots, so just the plain chart with no indicators, just the like, I think it was weekly, daily, 4 hour, and maybe 1 hour time frame, and then it provided some information, like even identified fair value gaps. But again, it also did some research on the internet, and yeah, the ideas are pretty different. So one time it goes pretty well aligned with my ideas, and then it goes into the right direction. But then it also picks up some, I don't know, news from pretty good media. But then it promoted some weird move, and AI picked it up. So yeah, it's like easily influenced by weird news. So that's what I'm saying. If we had some kind of a restricted database for AI to use, maybe it would be better. But again, it's just a theory.
Well,
I just hope that it would work.
the data that you present, then it will be biased based on that data, right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna think outside the box and say, "Oh, actually, this data will be even more interesting." So yeah, it's just. I don't think we're there yet with AI in terms of having it do what we want for our trading.
Yeah. I also, like, I know a lot of traders that have done, like, they've made a lot of money and they have enough to invest into these tools. And a lot of them trying to do some automation, and they still struggle a lot, even though they throw millions into it.
Yeah.
So it's more like a myth, something that everyone hopes to have.
Well, the thing is, and that's what people don't really realize, is that AI is not new, right? The large language models that we have now, they are new. That's revolutionary, and that's something that we've never understood before, and now it's coming to the market. But AI, and especially AI in trading, has been there for a very long time already, and it's being used, but differently than just say giving a screenshot to a large language model. Basically, what they do is they just feed in the information, and the machine learning already identifies patterns in a more data-driven way, not in a text-based driven way. Like with the large language models, mostly text-based data that it trained on. So, and I'm not convinced that large language models is the way to go for these things. I think, and that's maybe, I don't know, I haven't done much research in this, but my feeling and from what I learned in university about AI, and this was years ago, so large language models were not there yet, but the stuff that was used in trading back then was just based on the chart movement itself. So the price action trading, they would include some sentiment stuff from the markets as well. So it was like gathering from multiple sources, not just that. And the last time I looked at it from some guys that are trading here in Amsterdam on the stock exchange, they still have a team of hundreds of people monitoring the parameters of the algorithm, but it is an algorithm that's trading. An algorithm is AI.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Solana on the 4 hour, yeah. There's a nice fair value gap there. That would be an interesting first target. Because we already have the 4 hour shift in. Or is that already like where is the market structure in this case?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the daily time frame first, or even like on the weekly. So we had this inverse fair value gap that has been tested.
Well, daily shift
Then
is in as
after,
well.
yeah, after that you had the daily shift. On daily time frame, you have this test of the daily fair value gap. And then within this, on 4 hour, you have a shift. Like you had a shift here as well. Like this was the first shift, but it was stopped at. So this is the second shift.
Well, again, it would still be the first shift based on the new high, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, there was this shift that was stopped out. And now it is the second one. Well, yeah, this one.
Yeah. And I was looking at which was it? Yeah, Sui and Near I'm looking at. But Near wasn't anywhere close yet. This has just been going sideways for a long time.
Yeah, like so is the market that usually outperforms everything, and then it goes into these weird consolidation. Yeah, really not much to analyze here.
Daily shift, daily fair value gap fulfilled. Another fair value gap created on the way up. Yeah.
And this could be the entry on the daily, on 1 hour. After the daily fair value gap test.
We just missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a similar position on AVAX. I shared it on Discord.
Yeah. No, it was there.
Crushed me
Just
so
above
hard,
link.
Jesus. Yeah, it was this one. We had this daily fair value gap in, what was my entry? No, I had an entry somewhere within this area.
Oh, that's the one that you closed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to laugh, but it was, yeah.
Yeah, this position. And I closed it here. It's like I had so many stop losses this week. I lost pretty much all the profits that I made the past month because I was too aggressive on the shorts, like too biased.
Yeah.
And yeah, then as soon as I saw another loss here, I was like, yeah, fuck it. No, I'm just gonna close the position and leave the charts. Like I'm not gonna trade for next couple of days. And as always, yeah, this happens right after you do this.
Yeah. Let me know the next time you use the F word so I can bleep it.
Sorry. Yeah, but I mean, when I saw this move yesterday, I was so crushed. It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm still a little depressed because of that, but I promise that I will use this to get stronger next time.
Of course, it's always a learn moment, right? So you just pay a little bit of money to learn something. I actually yesterday on Near, can you open? Was it Near? I think it was. Let me just check my app because it's not on this one, but yeah, Near. Let me see if we can get the data in here. It was on the 15-minute chart.
Was there any point of interest?
Yeah, there was. It was at the 1 o'clock UTC.
So I'm at +2. Here.
Yeah. So that's where I entered, but I entered it based on this one here.
Oh, it was a long position?
Yeah. And so my stop loss was here and my take profit was here, actually, because I lowered my entry. My entry was because I did that thing, where it was at 299. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. So, but I didn't have my entry yet. And
yeah, and you canceled the entry?
No. It actually hit this target, but I missed the entry part. It then hit the target, and then all of a sudden I got the notification, pling, you've entered the market. I was like, no. So I managed to cancel it. Still made $35 profit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I managed to close it on this move up.
Well, they have this expiration.
Yeah, I forgot to turn it on. Normally I do, but in this case I forgot to turn it on. That could have cost me a lot of money.
By the way, I really want to have some kind of a checkbox here to add an expiration next to the take profit. So it just adds it automatically instead of adding it manually every time. Maybe we can do something like that.
It can just be one of the presets, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, so you expire it, and then the preset is to take profit. So technically, that's possible.
Yeah, but that's extra click. You need to click here and then click something else.
Yeah, but otherwise you crowd.
And I thought,
otherwise you get a crowd to take profit from. So
yeah, like every time I'm trying to find some excuses. And yeah, if I had these feature, then maybe I would make money.
So they're saying the greed is strong in you.
Yeah, I mean, it was not the greed. It was more like the fear, because I lost pretty much all the profit that I made the past month. It was 20% profit to the account that I had. And yeah, after that, another trade is in loss. And also, I believe there was maybe I saw some post on the social media or something that expected like, oh no, yeah, Bitcoin went higher. So there was new all-time high here on Bitcoin. And I'm like, yeah, okay, everything else is going up.
Everything's invalidated. All my beliefs are invalidated.
Yeah, I just closed it.
I believe Bitcoin's going down, so I'm going to be shorting altcoins, and then Bitcoin goes up, so altcoins must go up as well. That's
yes.
That's
here
kind
you can
of
see Bitcoin went up,
and then it went down as well. You could have shorted Bitcoin.
I did. I actually opened big short, same as you said. Like pretty long-term short position.
Do you guys know where we can trade on Hyperliquid? I can tell you that it will be very soon, because we're still testing, but it's going well. Like the tests are well on its way. And the first issues that we found have already been fixed. There's just one new issue that came up today that we'll be fixing. but it's a minor issue anyway, so it's not a major thing that we can't overcome. So yeah, it's looking really good. So I expect it in the next week or so. For those of you who don't know what Hyperliquid is a decentralized exchange. No KYC required, can be traded anywhere in the world, as far as I know. And
so do you need to connect a wallet here?
Yeah.
Like through L-Trading?
Yeah. It's not, you just give us the private key of a wallet, but the way that Hyperliquid did it is that you get a secure wallet and the wallet can only trade, not withdraw.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's basically the same as getting an API key and a secret from an exchange. In this case, you get a wallet derived key and your user ID or your public ID of your wallet, and then all the information is stored on chain, so can be used by that. So yeah. So I expect it. I mean, take it with a grain of salt because we never know what we get. Like, for example, with 2bit, we also have exchanged 2bit futures pending. However, during the final stages of testing, really, we found out that there is an issue with their stop loss and it loses the link to the original order. So when the stop loss is triggered, they create a new order and they just lose all information about that it was a stop loss or a stop limit order, which doesn't work for us. And then we can't go live because, that's a breaking thing and they need to change that. And they will, but it's just like our team moves faster than their team in general. So we have to wait for them to fix that. And hopefully with Hyperliquid, we don't get into any issues like that. The good thing is that Hyperliquid has already been implemented in, and there's this library called CCXT. That's the biggest library with all the exchanges that they've connected. And I don't know how many they have, but they have a lot. I think they have the most connected exchanges in that library. Unfortunately, we can't use that library because it doesn't work with our system. And making it work with our system is kind of not possible. So yeah, we have to take them exchange by exchange, but we always look at how they do it to implement it for us. And Hyperliquid is one of them. 2bit futures is not in that library. So that's why, but maybe the reason is that they had issues connecting to it and they needed developer input. And we're getting that from 2bit, but with Hyperliquid, CCXT is already using it. So people are already using it via an API. So I'm fairly confident that we won't run into many or any major issue.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Will you be using it, Hyperliquid?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'll try that. Yeah, I tried to trade on a couple of DEXs before, and it was pretty good because the UI was much better than the original, like, classic exchanges. And I like that. They're like more, they're trying to experiment and they have some extra features. So yeah, I'll also try Hyperliquid as well.
Yeah. Soda's asking, is there also a revenue model for you this time? If you mean with Hyperliquid, then no. It's just, we're just opening it up, and Hyperliquid does not have a affiliate program. Well, they do have an affiliate program actually. Yeah, so we could do affiliate links, but the revenue model for us would just be more happy people using our platform. Ultimately, that's what we'd like to see: people using our platform and be happy using that. All right. Do we have a market left, or are we going to call it a day for today? Or are there any questions left? We still have a few minutes left if people have some questions.
I mean, if you have any markets, I can check them. But yeah, basically, everything is pretty similar on what we have on Sui, like this one. This is what I'm looking for probably today or tomorrow. So we have this fair value gap in 4 hours. And maybe we will be able to open something like this.
Yeah. And Pasi is saying, isn't happiness the greatest commodity in the end? I like to agree, but there is another one that is linked to to happiness, and that is how you spend your time, because time is the most valuable commodity that anyone has. You can't make more of it. And obviously, happiness, you can only be happy for a percentage of the time that you have. So by extension, it is spending your time being happy. That's the greatest commodity. Let's agree on that.
Yeah, so everyone can join the philosophy stream tomorrow.
Yes, today we're opening up a special group for people that want to sing songs together and drink some nice herbal teas and things like that. We can do that. We can organize that. I won't be participating, but you can definitely organize that. All right. But tomorrow we do have another live session, which has absolutely nothing to do with the smart money concept, but it just will be about the quick scanner. Quick scanner inside all trading, scanning the markets 24/7 for us without complaining. And we're going to see if we can increase this amount with a little bit. It's been still for a little bit too long, but we'll see. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for participating. It's always fun when people participate. And thank you, Roman, for the great analysis again. Let's hope your shorts. Let's hope your shorts will work out. And
I will not close them before they
that you
work out.
That you may have the strength to leave your positions open and rake in the cash, because you greedy bastard, you should have been out here already. Or even here. Come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, but I didn't get anywhere because I closed it here.
Yeah, you are not worthy. That's what it was. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching, and see you again on the next one. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.